But what is the relation of these two standards to our scenario? In our scenario, we need to use a color for, we need to use some colors or the wire colors for connecting two devices with a straight through cable. You can use any color, but if you want to do according to the standard, you need to use in both sides one of these standard colors. First, you can use the colors of the 568A, okay, in both sides of the twisted pair cable 568A, or if you want, you can use in both sides 568B. The 568B is more common, okay? You can use in both sides 568A, but it is more common that we are using this combination. Let me to show you, okay, how we can use this combination. Look at here. You know that, as I mentioned before, in the right side, in the left side, I should use one of these two colors. For example, 568B. This is the 568B pinout. Let me to write here. First, the first color is white orange. Look at here, white orange. The second color is orange. The third color is the white green. After that, we need to use the blue color. After that, we need to use the white blue color, okay? And white blue, let me to write WB. After that, we need to use the green color, and then white brown. This is the white BR. This is the white BL, means blue and brown, okay? After that, this is also blue. Okay, after that we need to use the brown again. Okay, this is the 568B, and also you know that we are connecting the pin 1 and to white orange in the left side, pin 2 to the orange. Let me write here, it's easier, it can be easy to understand. Pin 3, then pin 4, then pin for example 5, then 6, okay, after that 7, and then 8. Okay, this is the pinout of the left side. Also, you know that I mentioned that we should use the same pinout in the right side. Let me to write here, okay, the white orange connected to the pin 1, and the orange connected to pin 2, and the white green should connect it to pin 3, and then blue to pin 4, and then the white brown to pin the white blue to the pin 5. After that, the green to pin 6, the white brown to pin 7, and finally the brown to pin 8. Okay, this is the pinout now. Now let me to first remove these numbers. After that, we can talk about the result. Look at here. You know that we had two side of a cable, and we connected these two sides with these colors according to 568B standards to the pins. You know that pin 1 to pin 8 are the pins that is residing into the for example RJ45 connector. I connected the one side of the wires of one side according to these colors to pin 1 to 8, and after another side again according to these colors to pin 1 to 8. This means that now we connected the pin 1 to the pin 1 of the NIC to pin 1 of the switch. This means that because we connected the white orange in one side to pin 1 and white orange in another side to pin 1, this means that we connected the pin 1 to pin 1, and it's okay. After that, as you can see, we connected to the pin 2 to other pin 2, the pin 2 of the NIC to the pin 2 of the switch. Why? Because we use orange color in this in two sides. Also the pin 3, also the pin 4, also the pin 5, and then pin 6, and after that pin 7, and after that pin 8. This means that we created one straight through cable with 8 pin, okay, not only with the, for example, 2 pin as I mentioned in the previous scenario. This is the straight through cable, okay. And also you need to know that the 568B and also another side 568B is more common, but if you want, you can use 560A in both sides, because if you use 568 in both sides, again you will connect the pin 1 to pin 1, pin 2 to pin 2, and finally to pin 8 to pin 8. Look at here, this is the cable we created. This is the straight through wiring cable with the 568B. As you can see, we connected the pin 1 of 2 device with the white orange cable, and also the pin 2 of 2 device with the orange cable, the pin 3 of 2 device with the white green color cable, and the pin 4 with the blue cable, and the pin 5 of 2 device with white blue cable, and the pin 6 of 2 device with the green cable. After that, the pin 7 with the white brown cable, and finally the pin 8 with the brown wire. Okay, this is the first condition. Okay, let me to talk about now another connection that we need. For example, assume that we have two same device, for example, two NIC. Let me to show you. We need to connect two NIC to each other, or two switch. Let me to use two switch first. Okay, here we need to connect two switch to each other, and you know that the switch uses the pin 1 and 2 for receive, and pin 3 and 6 for send. Okay, let me to show you here. I need to remove it, and after that we can use the same, for example, Pinout, RX in pin 1, RX negative in pin 2, TX plus in for example pin 3, and the pin 6 is using for the TX negative. Let me to remove this connection. How we can connect these two devices? Finally, we need to have connectively and efficiently sending and receiving traffic between these two switches. The answer is so easy. We need to connect the RX plus to TX plus, then RX negative to TX negative, then TX plus to RX plus, and finally TX negative to the, for example, RX negative. Let me to show you. Look at here. This is a crossover with 4 interfaces. The first need is connecting the RX plus, the pin 1, to the TX plus, the pin 3. Let me to show you. Okay, and after that, this is the first connectivity. Now we can receive in switch in the switch, for example, A. This is the switch A, and this is the switch B. We can receive traffic from the switch B with this pin. After that, the pin 2 should connect to the pin 6. Okay, look at here. The pin 2 should connect to the pin 6, and after that we need to connect the pin 3, okay, to the pin 1, pin 3 of the switch A to pin 1 of the switch B. Okay, and after that, finally the pin 6 of the switch A to the pin 6 of the pin 2 of the switch B. Now, as you can see, we have connectivity between the RX plus, TX plus in switch A and switch B, then RX negative, TX negative, it's okay, then TX plus again, RX plus, and finally TX negative to the RX negative. And if you want, you can connect other interfaces together, because here we don't have any connectivity. If you want, you can connect these ports to each other, and you know that these pins, pin 4 and pin 5 and pin 7 and pin 8, now doesn't have any traffic. Okay, because of now we created a crossover cable. Let me write here, this is a crossover cable. Okay, again we have the same condition for this crossover cable. If you want, you can use any color, but it's better to using the standard of the 560A, 560B. If you want to create a crossover cable, you need to use in one side the standard of the 568A, and in another side 568B. Okay, you need to use different standard of colors. For example, here on the left side, because we need to use 568A, we need to use white green. Okay, in the connecting the white green to pin 1, and then as you can see here, green to pin 2, and then white orange to pin 3, then blue, then white blue, after that the orange, okay, to pin 6, this is orange, and white, brown, and brown. Okay, this means that with this type of connectivity, now we are connecting the pin 1 to pin 3, because the pin 1 and pin 3, both of them are connected to white green. This means that now we have this connectivity as you know we need it. Okay, after that, here as you can see, we have the connectivity between the pin 3 and pin 1, pin 3 of switch A and pin 1 of switch B. Why? Because we used the we connected the pin 3 in switch A to the white orange and pin 1 in switch B to white orange. This means that we connected these two pins to each other. After that, we have, for example, another connectivity between the pin 2 and the pin 6. Let me to show you. This is the pin 2 connectivity between the pin 2 and the pin 6. And after that, we have another connectivity again between the pin 2 of the switch B and pin 6 of switch A. And also we have some other connections that are not important for us. Okay, this is the result of using the 568A in one site and 568B in another site. Look at this picture. In this picture, we can see two cable, a straight through cable and also crossover cable. As you can see here in the straight through cable, we are using the same standard, for example, 568B in both sides. As you can see in the connector of the left side and the connector of the right side, we are using the same color here. It's obvious, white, orange to connected to pin 1. Again, orange to orange connected to pin 2, and then white, green, blue, blue, white, blue, green, green, white, brown, and then brown. This is a straight through cable. And after that, we have another cable, crossover cable. In crossover cable, in the left side, you can see we are using the, for example, 568B, and in the right side, we are using the 568A. If you want, you